Welcome back to my desk and another studio vlog. So for a while, I've been kind of putting off putting masks on any of my sites, which is my Etsy wood shop, my Etsy art shop, and my Shopify Pride shop. And I don't know why, I've just been kind of putting it off. And I figured it's finally time to do the thing. So I bought some masks the other day, and these are sublimatable masks, and I only do that because I don't have the capacity to order the mask in every design I want it in all three shops, and to have it just sitting around collecting dust and never sell. So I buy sublimatable masks, and then I am able to make them as the orders come in. So the orders will be made to order. Now, this website right here is Place It. I've talked about it a multitude of times, and it is basically a website where you can create a mock-up. So as I hover over the images, you can see like what you could do with these. You can make mock-ups of things. I'm choosing this one because it looks the closest to the mask that I actually bought, which are these. So it looks pretty close to these. It has the outline and it's kind of flat. These are actually a small. I'm going to be getting the larges as well because these don't have any give. So I need two sizes in my shops. So these are smalls. I'm going to be buying larger soon. But anyways, that's besides the point. I needed to pick some designs to go on masks, and my go-to was always something like this. And I kept thinking, why does it look so weird? Like no matter what type of mock-up I made, I haven't made real ones yet, but no matter what type of mock-up I made, they just always looked so weird. And I was trying to figure out what the problem was. And then I realized I should probably be only doing front-facing designs. That's what the issue was. This whole time I've been doing designs where they're like sideways. I don't think I have yet to do a front-facing one. So I tried it, and it looks so much better. I guess it's just the shape of the mask because it's like rounded, you know. Front-facing designs just look so much better. So that's what I'm going to be going with. So I have the bee goddess, to the moon, which is another one of my art prints. I forget what this one is called, but I thought it was cool because it was a different color than I usually work in. Circle, circle, dot, dot. A clown 2, which I think is going to be a really cool mask. I enjoy this one. No shade, dose, redux, and holy goat. So these are just some of the designs that I have that are forward facing. Some of the art that I have where the person is like centered, because a lot of my art, they're 3/4 view. I kind of like that. It gives it a little more of a dynamic look. For the masks, I need them to be forward facing. So I'm going to try and what's the 8? So I want to add 8 designs into my art Etsy shop. I also have to do masks for my Pride shop. I'm not going to do the witch shop yet though, because I think I'm going to go with vinyl for those. I don't think I'm going to sublimate masks, because if they're just going to say words, I don't think I'm going to have anything printed on them. Like I don't think I'm going to have any art or anything printed. So they're just going to say words, so they don't need to be sublimated. Those can be done with vinyl and a cotton mask. So I'm going to have to find some good cotton masks before my big Black Friday sale. That's what this is all leading up to, by the way. That's why I'm adding so many products for my Black Friday sale. So I want to get these done. I'm going to need to do some ones for my Pride shop. Actually, I'm just going to do a quick test on this one that I know I'm not going to use. I have one image. It's not exactly what I want it to be, but it should be in my downloads. I found an app that duplicates designs and stuff, or makes a pattern of a design. So I just kind of want to see what would happen. Oh, you know, that's kind of cute. So I don't know if I would go with the pumpkin design in particular, but I think I'm going to do a couple of these pattern designs for the Pride shop. So this is cute. I like that. All right, cool. So for the masks, I'll probably use Place It for the Pride shop. I don't think I'm going to make all of the designs, but for the art shop, I'm probably going to sublimate it, and then if it looks like the mock-up, then I'll use the mock-ups. But if it doesn't, I'll have to just use the real deal, if I'm making sense. Just measuring the area that I have to work with, just so that I know what I need to print out. So this is about 5 3/4 by 3 1/2. So that is the template that I want to give myself to work with when I print them out. I want it to be 5 3/4 by 3 1/2. This is another free program that I have spoken about a lot. This is Krita, and I'm just going to use it to help me get the images that I need. This is for the wrong shop. What I actually need to do is hit new, and then I'm going to set this to inches. And then my width was 5 3/4 by, is it 3.25 or is it 3.5? 3.5. So this is basically the size that I have to work with for the mask. And so when I print them out, I want to make sure I'm printing the correct size and not wasting ink and all that. So I need my image to fit inside of this box. So I open up a blank canvas on Krita, the size of the box that I need. Then I'm going to open up the image that I'm going to use. I'm going to copy this entire layer. And then I'm going to paste it in this one. Once it's in here, it's obviously way too big for the square. So I'm going to go over here to the transform tool or whatever it's called. Hold shift so it uniformly transforms it. And then I'm just going to place her where she was. Because I like the way the mock-up looks, I'm just going to double check. So these 2 triangles are showing. Those are half cut off. And then her neck is showing. So she's a little bit higher up. She's like this, I think. I think she's a little bit bigger too. So I'm just going to make her a little bit bigger. Okay. And then I'm going to move her layer below the current one. And that'll place her inside the box as soon as it's done loading. And that is basically the image that I'm going to be using for my mask. So I'm just going to do that for the rest of them. For the 8th mask, I was going to do Bee Goddess, but I actually think I'm going to do Start a Riot. I think Bee Goddess is involved in enough things on my page that I kind of want to do Start a Riot instead. But Start a Riot is one of my favorites, and I think she deserves to be on a mask. But now, should I do the Start a Riot that has all the sayings on it or just the plain Start a Riot? So let's see. This is the Start a Riot with all the sayings on it. Maybe I need to do one because that Start a Riot is going to be in the way. I can make her big, leave these, but then take that off. I don't know if I have one like that. I have a couple versions of this, but I don't know if I have one with the exact stuff that I want on it. Oh, I do. Okay, so this is the one I was talking about, where I don't have to worry about the Start a Riot words being in the mask, and I can just leave her. Actually, maybe if I cut it here, you can see her little cute mohawk a little bit. So I ended up deciding on the yellow one. I think it gives it more of a punch. I like it. Okay, so I'm dumb and I thought I had 8 masks, but I actually only did 7. So yeah, there's that. So, and if they look a little weird, it's because they have to be printed inverse. So that's why their faces look a little wonky, because when you inverse people's art, it usually doesn't look correct, especially if you're doing traditional art, and every single one of these are traditional art. So it looks a little off. Besides her, she still looks fine, and she looks okay too. Started Riot looks okay, but some of them look a little off. That's because they've been inverted. And when you do sublimation, you have to invert the image before you sublimate it. Not so much with art, but I do want it to read the same way it should read. More with words though. I made a mistake, and what I should have done was made the template a little bit bigger than the actual mask, because it's kind of hard lining it up exactly. So that was my fault, but these are just the tests, and for the next one I'll definitely get it right. All right, and here's the finished product. On some of them, as you can see, they have a little bit of gap between where the actual images end and where the black begins. But I'm an idiot because I have a light box, so I could have easily placed the, whatever. Next time it'll be better. I actually put these on and they're very small. So these are all tests. I'm not going to be selling any of these. I'm not even going to be selling this size at all because they're almost like a child size. So I'm going to be getting the large ones and selling those. But this was a very good test. I'm very happy with them. This is the first one that I did, and I noticed that it was a little bit muffled, so I turned the time down a little bit, so the rest of them don't look muffled like this one does. I turned the temperature down. Once again, you can see the edges where I missed. So I think there's two things that need to be done. I should be using the light box to line it up, and the second thing is I should have made the image slightly bigger than the actual dimensions of the mask. Like, duh, wasn't thinking. But I think they look really good. All right, guys, thanks for studioing with me. Thanks for vlogging with me. And I am gonna do some other stuff that I need to get done. So, bye.